but we haven't heard those secret words. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
There's dozens of American aircraft that are stationed in the desert kingdom of Jordan. That could be a location from which the Americans could launch an attack on Iran. That's in part because Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, where America also operates aircraft from, have said they won't allow their airspace to be used in any potential attack against Iran. All this is coming as U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to militarily strike the Islamic Republic if it doesn't reach a new nuclear deal with America. Now, the Americans and the Iranians are due to meet in Geneva on Thursday, and this might be the last best chance for a diplomatic solution to this. But we've heard from both the Iranians and the Americans. From the American side, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says that zero enrichment remains on the table. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has said that Iran must be able to enrich some level of uranium. So it does seem like there's pretty big gaps still. So these talks in Geneva might be key in determining whether or not all this military force assembled in the Middle East is used against Iran.
And we're working very hard to end the 9th war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.